It's up there. The geodavis.org has the official zoning map, and I will show you that the lines have changed.
Zoning map is not a subdivision map.
No. I'm talking about, you say that the lines haven't changed? I mean, explain this to me. No, it's like you guys are saying, like, what don't I understand?
The subdivision is just as it was when it was set up. The lots are all the same.
No.
Yes.
But let's go. Could you go to geodavis.org, please?
If I may, one of the things that I've always noticed in a lot of real estate transactions is if you read them, they're very complicated. You know, there's minutes and seconds, and you know, it's hugely difficult to understand. But a lot of times they'll say part of lot 18, and you know, certain things. So you know, it is kind of an English language kind of problem. It's a
Here it
legal
doesn't
thing.
say part.
I know but the key is that, you know, just because it says it's a lot and you buy part of it does not change the boundaries of that lot.
Are you going here?
Unless I'm clicking someplace wrong.
Then yeah.
Should, right?
What do you, Armando, what do you read? Are you reading out of
Yeah.
the zoning ordinance?
That's
Yes.
What you reading from?
That map is pretty big. If you just clicked where it says click here.
I thought it.
If you click there, it shouldn't be as
No, it's
as
a
big.
it's a PDF.
Well, I clicked on this one first, nothing came up yet, so for a PDF could take a while.
But these maps are not subdivision maps.
Yes.
Zoning map.
These are zoning maps which show parcel ownership lines.
And if it's commercial or residential, right?
Right, it'll
It's
show
not
the
gonna show
zoning
the
district.
subdivision.
No, I know.
This
I mean, it'll
is
show
not
the
a
property.
map that
Right.
depicts all of the subdivisions in the county.
Who would have the subdivision
The
map?
recorder's office.
The recorder's office.
That's
Like
where
Apple
they're
County,
recorded.
Indian Territories.
That's where they're kept.
Who manages, like you said,
The territory right here.
Armando, but you don't have an association of
Yes.
them?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Are they the ones that says it's not right? The association saying this?
Okay. The county code also says that for some reason Linda says we don't take in consideration the covenants and restrictions of the subdivision.
Yeah, you got an error. It's not gonna come up.
I don't think we're gonna be able to get it in Armando.
No problem.
I don't know.
Well, I think you go to the recorder's office and pull
Oh,
up.
do you have to open it in another tab? Try left or right clicking.
You
and
want
see
to
if you
click
can-
on that one or which one?
Yeah, open link in a new
Well,
tab.
the top one is actually smaller, so if anything's gonna load, it's gonna be that one.
There we go. And if you scroll up there, over to the left, the second one there.
I saw it today.
Right there. See if that'll. That's our left click.
Just click on that tab.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. So if you can blow this out, please.
You're welcome.
Okay. What does it say here? It says Geodavis County official zoning maps, isn't it? Okay. Let's get closer here. And here, right here. So put it at 200%. In here you could go at 200%. Okay, now. With your hand, you can. Oops. Hold on. Where are we? Here. Okay. Why is it so sharp? Not sharp. Okay. Is it going to get sharper?
No. No.
No?
Let's go a little,
Because this is just,
see if that helps.
No. Okay. So this is subdivision, and then you see this is the lots that are. This is not a PDF file, is it?
Yes.
Well, why is it not clear?
It could be the projection.
It's a smaller file because some computers can't download the larger, sharper image.
Uh-huh.
So it's a smaller file. It has a disclosure on the website that says that if you blow it up, this image will not be very sharp.
But the one I have in my place at home is very sharp.
You might have downloaded the
The
other
PDF,
one.
yeah,
No,
PDF.
they're both a PDF file.
Uh-huh.
One is much larger than the other because the resolution is better.
Oh, so why did we use, why did we download it here, the small one? Anyhow, this says here, official, what does it say? How is it called?
Official zoning map.
It was official zoning map. And one of the things that Linda told me in her letters to me is like, there was no land created. There is lot 18 and lot 19. At the beginning, there were lot 18 and 19, and at the end, there is lot 18 and 19. That maybe I agree, yes? The only thing is that the person from lot 18 took part of lot 19. But in the process, in between, there was the creation of a new lot that is defined with meets and bounds, whatever it's called, you know. In the papers of the closing of that, it has an individual deed, different from the deed of 18 and different from the deed of 19. So there was a moment in time where there were 3 lots out of 2 lots, and that's what is called a subdivision.
But now it's back to 2 lots again, you said.
Yeah, because and it could
Because
be,
he
and
sold the one to his wife or
exactly,
something.
and
So it's back to where it was.
yeah, but going through the illegality, just because you went through something illegal, and at the end you say, well, it's only 2 lots, that doesn't mean that it's legal.
Is he a neighbor of yours or what? Or
Yes,
Oh,
and he thinks he can do anything.
so you're not, okay, I heard enough now. I
No.
understand what's going on.
No, but it's not because of that. Now
Armando, we really need to wrap this up. We got other business
we-
we have to take care of, and citizens' comments going on almost 20 minutes here.
well, so why don't I ask for an agenda item next week and next meeting, and I will bring.
We've addressed this issue twice now. This is not a conflict with our zoning ordinance. It is, there's.
What is the answer then? How is it possible? You say that you are telling me that the boundary lines didn't change? I'm showing you the
The
boundaries.
ownership lines did change. The subdivision lines did not change.
That's not what it says here. What it says here, listen to this, is why it's so complicated. The division line, did it change?
For ownership, yes.
No, I'm saying, what is the word ownership says in here? This
I'm
is
not
the
sure what
code.
you're looking at.
So I'm looking. This is the county code. You are talking about ownership. This is from the county code. It's the section 9.1.3 scope. It says the division line or any rearrange the boundary or division line of any lot or parcel of land.
Yes.
What is it complicated?
Maybe.
Yes. Because I don't want you to guys to put this under, we have discussed this enough and stuff like that. Just tell me where the
Let me-
ownership, yes.
Let me try, and it's very complicated, and I'm not sure I understand it, but I'm gonna take a stab at it,
Why is it complicated?
because it is. It's very complicated. What you're reading there
Yes.
is the county, through our zoning ordinance, can regulate much of the county, the unincorporated area of the county, unless, and not all of the land falls under the Plat Act. Correct, Linda?
This is not part of the plan.
I mean, if they're doing a bigger parcel that's over so many acres out in the,
It's exempt.
it's exempt. So what happens now with the subdivision, when you come down into a certain size acres, then the state Plat Act comes into play. We don't have anything to say about the state Plat Act because that's a law, that's a statute. So what now when it says exempted herein, that's what happens is I think, this is proper language, but then it kicks over, it goes out of what we have control over, it kicks into the State Plat Act. And that's what Linda's trying to say. When it kicks into the State Plat Act, you have to follow those rules.
I read the Plat Act.
Right, and you have to follow those rules, and we can't change them.
I know.
And
the Plat Act doesn't apply because the limitations of acreage doesn't fit within this subdivision. One of the lots is 1.6 acres, and the other is, after the subdivision, and the other is 5.4. And the Plat Act talks about lots that are either over 25 acres or below 1 acre.
unless they're already subdivided, right? Then they fall under that, Linda, or no? Like a previous. So I think what they're trying, what it's trying to say is there's an ownership. Like I live in Scales Mountain. I mean, I don't live in Scales Mountain. I live in the country, but I own property in Scales Mountain. Scales Mountain is a village. It's been incorporated and it's been laid out. It's basically a big subdivision, but it's a town.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I own several properties in Scales Mountain, and the lots is much like yours. Now, I own parts of several lots. I can't change the lots because they're basically in a subdivision, if you will, but in this case, a town. But it's the same thing as a subdivision. So I own, for example, the north half. They're about 130 foot long. So I own the north 50 foot of lot 14 and 15. Well, the lots still stayed the same, but I only own a portion of the lots.
Why?
Right, and I said, well, I think that's why. But the lots on that map, when you go into the recorder's office, the subdivision, you can't change the.
And when you did that, but how is it possible that suddenly you own only half of a lot and it's not? How did you get to that?
Because I can't change the lot, but you can own parts. You can own, like this is what Mary's saying. The ownership is your.
Where is it that? Is in the code?
Pardon?
Is in the code?
Yeah.
Where, in what part of the code?
Well, that's in the village, because it changed.
No, I'm talking about the county code.
Well, then you go into the Plat Act, and we can't, and they go into a subdivision.
It's not in
and
the
we
Plat
can't-
Act. I'm sorry, sir.
Right, and we can't change in a subdivision. So maybe I'm trying to explain it so that
this is what I want to do. I'm going to write down the whole thing with the deeds, and the
Sure.
recording things, and I would like to have this in the agenda next time.
Well, that's up to the committee chairman if they want to.
Who is the committee chairman?
Well, tonight it's Mary.
Okay, so that's what I would like, and if you don't want me to have it, then you will explain to me why not. Because I called you, I left a message, and you did. I say I wanted to have something in the agenda here.
And we have discussed this, and you've brought the concern, you've been given more than your ample time in public comments.
Right, that's why I wanted this in the. I am not prepared to give you the whole dossier of how this came about.
May I suggest something?
Sure.
I think it is a good idea if you write all of your concerns down and reference what parts of the codes that you're asking for. And then I would suggest that we send it to legal counsel to have them, review it.
Right. That sounds perfect.
Because we're not lawyers.
Right.
And
You
a
know,
copy
we do.
of the recording. of
Exactly.
it.
Yeah. And
Recording
exactly.
of it.
And then they get an answer.
No,
Well, they can at least then give us some impetus as to, try
Can
to help us.
I send that
understand.
to the email to you?
Pardon me?
Can I send that to the email to you?
Sure.
Okay. Your email is Berlag at.
Arrow Inc.
Thank you very much, and then I will come whenever we will get the answer of that.
Okay.
Thank you
I
very
have a
much.
question. Your association, are they not in agreement with this either, or are you
No.
the only one?
No, the association is. What do you mean the board? There is
The
only one guy.
association. Only one guy?
Yeah, and they all want to. Everybody wants to sell because
Oh,
this
okay.
guy is on top of the hill.
I thought, okay.
Dan, I've got a question for Mary.